Listen closely, because if you are hearing this right now, it is not an accident. Something has been shifting in the spiritual atmosphere around you, and tonight, that shift becomes impossible to ignore. There are nights that pass like any other, quiet, ordinary, forgettable. Then there are nights that carry weight, nights that feel like a spiritual doorway is opening. And before this night hits, the chosen ones must understand what is happening. Because heaven has been trying to warn you through signs, dreams, restlessness, and that strange pressure you've been feeling in your spirit. Have you felt it too? That heaviness behind your thoughts, that sudden awareness that something is coming. It's not fear, not exactly. It's more like your spirit waking up before your mind catches up. And that's why you're here. Because tonight is not random. This moment is not random. And you are not random. And you are not random. But before I take you deeper, let me ask you something that only the awakened ones will understand. Have you ever felt unseen, even while you were giving everything you had? If your answer is yes, keep listening, because this is the night heaven begins to respond. Sparkles are spiritual pressure building for days. Some of you have been experiencing unusual energy lately. A sudden intensity in your thoughts, a sharp awareness of your surroundings, or a feeling like time is speeding up and slowing down at the same time. You're not imagining it. This is what spiritual awakening feels like when you are in the middle of a divine shift. And here is the part most people miss. Pressure always comes before promotion. Confusion always comes before clarity. Silence always comes before revelation. That's why the last few days felt strange. That's why people around you have been acting different. That's why your sleep has changed. That's why you've been sensing something without knowing what it is. But then God showed me something, a message for the chosen ones who would hear this word tonight. Heaven said, tell them to pay attention. What feels heavy is not an attack, it's alignment. Let that sink in. What you thought was spiritual warfare was actually spiritual positioning. What felt like confusion was actually preparation. What felt like a something is wrong was actually heaven whispering, get ready. Can you feel this confirmation stirring in your spirit right now? Waxing crescent moon, the night shifting energy around the chosen as the sun goes down tonight. A frequency is rising that affects only certain souls. The awakened, the intuitive, the spiritually sensitive, the ones who carry light in a dark season. And here's the truth few people understand. Your old fears no longer scare you. And when darkness notices this, it reacts. Not because you're weak, but because you're becoming powerful. Not because you're failing, but because you're transforming. Not because your path is falling apart, but because your destiny is getting louder. Tonight is not about fear. It's about recognition, the recognition of who you truly are and what has been growing inside you. Let me ask you something deep. Do you sense God preparing something bigger behind the silence? Because silence is never empty. It's the space where heaven rearranges your steps. Fire a divine interrupt. Why you feel restless lately, many chosen ones have reported. Sudden emotional waves, strange but meaningful dreams, loss of interest in meaningless conversations, bursts of creativity, unexpected spiritual downloads, feeling drained around certain people, moments of intense déjà vu. The urge to isolate and recharge, if any of that sounds familiar. You're not going through something, you are being called up. This restless feeling you've been carrying is not a problem, it's a signal. Your spirit is trying to warn you that a new chapter is forming, and whenever a new chapter appears, the old one tries to cling tightly. That's why old habits have resurfaced. That's why old emotions suddenly came back. That's why old wounds reopened for a moment. But listen to this closely. Your spirit won't let you go backward. Not anymore. Not after everything you survived. Heaven didn't bring you this far just to watch you break now. And that's when heaven spoke again. Tell them they're not losing control. They're gaining clarity. Say it out loud if you feel it. I'm gaining clarity. Sunrise, why? Tonight matters so much. There are certain nights, very rare, where the spiritual realm becomes more active and more sensitive to intention. Tonight is one of those nights. This is the reason. When the day ends, an energetic gate resets. Who you are before that reset determines what aligns with you after it. That's why this message found you now, not tomorrow, not next week, tonight. The darkness that has been lingering around your thoughts, it's trying to pull old patterns back into your life. It fears who you are becoming. But heaven is saying, make no agreements with fear tonight, because the version of you that rises after this night will be stronger, clearer, more awakened, and more protected than you've ever been before. Let me ask you this. Can you feel your spirit preparing for something you can't explain yet? If yes, you are aligned with this moment. Sparkles, the chosen ones, are being separated right now. This next part is important. Heaven has begun the great separation, pulling awakening souls away from anything that weakens their purpose. That's why relationships feel different. Your tolerance for drama is disappearing. Your energy is rejecting certain people. You can't stay in the same cycles. Your intuition speaks louder than ever. This is not random. This is spiritual elevation. Chosen ones don't rise by effort. They rise by alignment. And tonight is one of those alignment points. If you've been feeling isolated, misunderstood, or disconnected lately, it's because you are being redirected. Sometimes heaven removes you from people before you even understand why. Because God sees what you don't see. But here's the beautiful part. You're not being separated to be alone. You're being separated to be prepared. Prepared for clarity, prepared for breakthrough, prepared for purpose, prepared for divine timing. Fire a soul checkpoint before this night passes, before tonight hits completely. You must do one thing: acknowledge who you are becoming, not who you were, not who the world thinks you are, not who your past says you are, not who your fears whisper you might be, but who heaven already knows you to be. The moment you acknowledge this, your energy shifts, your path adjusts, your destiny opens wider. Repeat this softly. I am not who I was, I am rising. This is only the beginning, and in part 2, we go deeper into why this night is spiritually different, what heaven is preparing behind the scenes, and the divine message meant specifically for the chosen ones. Stay ready, stay open, stay aligned, stay aligned. Chosen one, now that you understand the signs, the pressure, and the spiritual tension building around you, it's time to go deeper. Because what's unfolding tonight is not random. It's not coincidence. It is a calculated energetic shift, one that is already separating frequencies, elevating souls, and exposing everything that cannot survive in the new vibration. And the reason you feel it so strongly, the reason your spirit is restless, the reason your intuition has been louder than ever, is because you are being pulled into a higher timeline, and your old reality is no longer compatible with who you're becoming. You may wake up at unusual hours, see symbolic dreams, feel messages coming through, get sudden clarity about a situation, realize someone's true intentions, instantly feel pulled away from something or someone, or have the urge to change something major. These impulses are not random. They are spiritual directives. Trust them, especially tonight. Crescent moon, the universe is asking you to do one thing before tonight ends, before this shift locks in. Before the energy settles, before your soul transitions to the next level, you must do this. Release anything you already know is not aligned with your future. This could be a draining relationship, a limiting belief, a toxic environment, a habit that keeps you small, a situation that steals your peace, of fear. You've been carrying a person who repeatedly hurts you, or a version of you that no longer fits. You don't need drama. You don't need confrontation. You don't need long explanations. You simply need to let go, because if you don't release it now, the energy shift will push it out of your life anyway, and the longer you resist, the more painful the process becomes. Your spirit already knows what needs to stay, and what must go, and what must go. Tonight you will feel it more intensely. Fire, your power is activating, and people will feel it. Chosen one. The shift happening today is awakening a part of you that has been dormant for far too long. A deeper confidence, a sharper intuition, a stronger presence, a louder spiritual voice. People around you may react strangely because they can feel your energy rising before you even speak. Some will be inspired, some will be intimidated, some will try to cling to you, some will try to pull you back down, but none of them can stop what's happening inside you. Your spirit is leveling up. Your light is expanding. Your gifts are activating. Your destiny is calling. And tonight marks the turning point. You will look back on this moment and realize, this was the night everything shifted. Because once this energy settles, the universe will reward you for every moment you kept going. Even when you felt tired, confused, or alone, your breakthrough is not coming someday. It's coming now. It's coming. And the next part of this message will reveal exactly what unfolds after this shift and what signs you'll see in the next 48 hours. Chosen one, you've felt the pressure. You've seen the signs. You've sensed the shift building around you. But now we enter the most important stage of this entire transition. What happens after the shift locks in? What you will experience in the next 24 to 48 hours, and why these signs are not just coincidences, but confirmation that your spirit is entering a new timeline of alignment, protection, and purpose. Listen closely, because the next part of your journey requires awareness. And if you understand these signs, you'll move forward with clarity instead of confusion. Let's begin. Sparkle sign #1. Your energy will suddenly become extremely sensitive after a major shift like this. The first thing you'll notice is your energy reacting strongly to everything around you. You may feel instantly drained around certain people, uncomfortable in places you used to tolerate, unable to remain in low vibrational environments, emotionally lighter when alone, and more aware of subtle energies around you. This is because your spirit has leveled up. But your environment hasn't caught up yet. Your intuition is working at a higher speed. Conversations you used to entertain may now feel meaningless. This is not you becoming distant, it's you becoming aligned. Your energy is rejecting anything that doesn't match your new frequency. Fire sign #2. Someone's true colors will reveal themselves within the next 48 hours. Pay very close attention. Someone in your life, maybe a friend, a relative, a co-worker, someone you thought supported you, will show a side of themselves that you were not meant to see before. It might come through a strange comment, a sudden shift in tone, a subtle jab, a passive-aggressive remark, an unexpected attitude, or even unexplained silence. Your rising energy makes people react in ways they can't control. Those who have hidden jealousy will slip. Those who pretend to support you will expose their envy. Those who never valued you will reveal their true intentions. Those who were threatened will show their insecurity. You won't need to confront them. You won't need to call it out. Simply observe. This exposure is happening for you, not to you, not to you. The universe is clearing your path. High voltage sign #3. You will feel a sudden inner push towards something new, a powerful spiritual shift. Always triggers what many chosen ones describe as a sudden urge or a pull. You may feel pulled toward a new idea, inspired to start a project, motivated to change something, drawn to leave a situation, ready to make a decision you've been delaying, or suddenly uninterested in things that once mattered. This is not impulsiveness. This is divine guidance. Your spirit is aligning with a future version of you that already knows what's right. Tonight's energy opened a door, and now your intuition is trying to guide you through it. This will feel like a knowing, a clarity that wasn't there yesterday, a confidence that surprises you. A direction that feels familiar even if it's new. Follow it. It's part of the transition. Crescent moon sign #4. Your dreams will intensify, sometimes in surprising ways in the next 48 hours. Your dream world will become more active because the veil between your conscious mind and your higher self is thin right now. You may experience symbolic messages, warnings, guidance, reunions with people you've lost, dreams about places you've never seen, or dreams where you feel a presence guiding or protecting you. Some of these dreams may feel intense. Some may feel deeply emotional. Some may feel strangely real. Pay attention, because dreams during energetic shifts are not random. They are spiritual communication. If you wake up at unusual times, especially between 2:00 a.m., 5:20, and that is a strong sign your spirit is receiving downloads. Don't ignore them. Collision sign #5. Things from your past may suddenly resurface. This is one of the most misunderstood signs. When the energy shifts, the universe often brings unresolved situations, buried emotions, or unfinished lessons back to the surface. purpose. You may suddenly remember a past person, an old mistake, a forgotten memory, a moment that shaped you, or something you never fully healed. This does not mean you're going backward. It means the final layer is being cleared so your spirit can move forward freely. Sometimes the memory returns. Sometimes the person reappears. Sometimes the emotion resurfaces. Don't panic. This is closure, not chaos. Release it. Let it pass through you. Don't hold on to it. Once it clears, you will feel lighter and more aligned than you have in years. Sparkles sign #6. You'll notice unexpected synchronicities after a major spiritual shift. The universe begins to speak louder. You'll start seeing signs that confirm your awakening. Repeated angel numbers: 111, 222, 444, 777. Your birthday or special dates, names or symbols connected to your journey, the same word or message appearing multiple times, feeling like you're being guided towards something. These signs are not coincidences. They are reminders that you are on track, you are protected, you are aligned, you are being guided. Tonight's energetic shift unlocked a higher communication channel, and the universe is already using it. Fire sign #7. A sudden breakthrough or opportunity will appear. This is the sign chosen ones often don't expect, but it happens almost every time. In the next 48 hours, you may receive a message you weren't expecting, an opportunity you've been praying for, a chance to move forward, a sign to take action, a confirmation you've been waiting on, unexpected good news, or a shift in a situation that felt stuck. Why? Because spiritual alignment accelerates your timeline. When you release the old, when your energy rises, when your intuition awakens, your reality shifts to match your new frequency. Doors open, blockages break, delays disappear, paths clear out. This is the reward for your transformation. Warning, but there's something you must be prepared for. Chosen one, listen carefully. Whenever you level up, two things happen simultaneously. Your blessings get closer, your distractions get louder. This is why, in the next 48 hours, you may also notice sudden arguments, unexpected irritation, people trying to provoke you, emotional heaviness, confusion that comes out of nowhere. This is spiritual resistance, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because you're doing everything right. Don't react, don't fight, don't engage. Your calmness is your protection. Your silence is your strength. Your awareness is your shield. Stay grounded, stay centered, stay aligned. Glowing star. And finally, the most important sign of all, you will feel something shift within you, not outside you, not in someone else, not in your environment, inside your spirit. A moment where everything suddenly feels clearer, lighter, calmer, more aligned, more certain, more connected. A moment where you just know, I'm not the same person I was yesterday. That inner shift is the final confirmation. The transition is complete. The old timeline is gone. The new timeline has begun. Congratulations, chosen one. You made it through one of the most intense spiritual upgrades of your life. And what comes next for you is elevation, clarity, protection, and purpose. Chosen one. Up until now, everything you've gone through, every test, every delay, every spiritual battle, every silent season has led to this phase of your life. This is not a random moment. This is not a coincidence. This is not just another day. You are standing at the edge of a destiny activation, a moment where heaven begins rearranging your path in ways you cannot always see, but you will absolutely feel. Tonight's shift wasn't just a warning, it was a signal, a preparation. A divine announcement that something greater is unfolding. Now, let me tell you exactly what this energy is preparing you for. Glowing Star 1, you are entering a season of divine realignment. This is the phase where God begins removing everything that cannot go with you into your next chapter. You will feel it. You will see it. You may even question it at first, but understand this, nothing falls away unless God wants it gone. People who drain you, gone. Environments that limit you, gone. Connections built on false intentions, exposed and removed. Cycles that kept repeating, finally broken. This realignment may look like loss, but spiritually, it is protection. God is clearing your path because what's ahead requires clarity, purity, and elevation. Let me ask you something. Have you been feeling like life has been stripping you lately? Like God is removing things faster than you can understand? If so, that's confirmation. You're being aligned, not punished. Fire 2. You are being prepared for a higher calling. Most chosen ones feel this before they understand it. It shows up as a deep restlessness, a sense that something bigger is coming, a pull toward purpose, a desire to detach from distractions, a feeling like your soul is a waking up, a dissatisfaction with anything superficial. You may not know exactly what God is preparing you for, but you can feel the shift inside you. That's how destiny works. Purpose doesn't reveal itself to your mind first. It reveals itself to your spirit, and your spirit has already sensed the elevation. Chosen one, you are being prepared to step into a version of yourself that the old you could never have handled. This next season requires strength. It requires maturity. It requires spiritual awareness. It requires emotional resilience. It requires the healed version of you, not the wounded one. That's why the last season felt so heavy. God wasn't breaking you. He was shaping you. Sparkles 3. Your spiritual gifts are awakening. A major shift like this always activates gifts that have been dormant or quiet. You may notice stronger intuition, clearer spiritual messages, sharper discernment, sudden knowing without explanation, prophetic dreams, stronger emotional intelligence, heightened awareness of other people's intentions, sensitivity to energy, or moments of deep clarity that seem to appear out of nowhere. These gifts aren't random. They're assignments, tools, heaven's equipment for the mission you're stepping into. You didn't go through all that pain for nothing. You didn't survive all those battles for no reason. God is awakening the gifts inside you because the world will need what you carry. Let me ask you, have you ever felt like you see things others don't? Feel things others ignore? Know things without being told? That's not imagination, that's a spiritual gift. And it's getting stronger. High voltage 4. You're being moved into divine timing. This is one of the most powerful parts of the shift. Divine timing is when everything begins to line up. Opportunities arrive, the right people show up, doors open, clarity increases, resistance decreases, delays turn into acceleration. For a long time, you felt stuck, slowed down, or blocked. But that was divine strategy, not failure. God was delaying you on purpose. Because if He allowed certain things to happen earlier, you weren't ready, the environment wasn't ready, the people connected to your destiny weren't aligned, or the blessing would have become a burden now. However, everything is beginning to synchronize. What once took months will now take weeks. What once took years may now happen suddenly. What once felt impossible will start feeling inevitable. That's the power of divine timing. Fire 5. You are entering a season of revelation. This is the phase where God begins showing you why certain people left, why certain things didn't work, why you felt delayed, why you had to go through certain battles, why your spirit was being stretched, why you couldn't quit even when you wanted to. Heaven will reveal the meaning behind the confusion. This revelation comes through dreams, sudden clarity, unexpected messages, spiritual downloads, or moments of deep understanding. And when it comes, everything that once felt confusing will suddenly make sense. Let me ask you, have you ever felt like you were walking through darkness, but something inside you kept telling you, just wait, you'll understand soon? That understanding is coming, and when you see it, it will strengthen your faith, deepen your calling, and empower your next step. Crescent Moon 6. You are being prepared to be seen. For so long, you've been hidden, overlooked, misunderstood, undervalued, taken for granted, not because you weren't worthy, but because God was protecting you. Hidden seasons are essential. A seed is always buried before it sprouts. A diamond is always hidden before it shines. A warrior is always trained in private before the battle. But now, your hidden season is ending. God is preparing to bring you into visibility, not for attention, but for assignment. People will begin to notice your light, your wisdom, your growth, your strength, your presence, your spiritual maturity. Some will admire it, some will question it, some will envy it, many will need it. But one thing is certain, you will not be invisible anymore. High voltage 7. You are being called to release what no longer matches you. This part is challenging for many chosen ones. As your spirit evolves, certain things and certain people will feel heavier. You may feel pushed to detach from draining relationships, walk away from old cycles, elevate your environment, stop entertaining low energy, reject anything that lowers your vibration, let go of commitments that no longer align, distance yourself from people who don't respect your growth. This release is not betrayal, it's obedience. Your next chapter requires a lighter spirit. Many chosen ones feel guilty when letting go, but hear this, you are not abandoning them. You are honoring your destiny. Some people cannot go where God is taking you next. Their presence would block your purpose. Their energy would interfere with your elevation. Their intentions would distract your focus. Letting go is not loss. Letting go is preparation. Glowing star 8, God is positioning you for increase in peace, clarity, purpose, strength, opportunities, spiritual maturity, alignment, divine favor, financial breakthrough, emotional stability, protection. The pressure you felt recently was not the end. It was the beginning. Just like a slingshot pulls back before launching forward, God allowed the tension so you could be propelled. You are being positioned for more. Not by your strength, not by your effort, but by divine orchestration. Fire, and here is the most important truth. This shift is not preparing you for something small. It is preparing you for something major, something you were born to fulfill. This is not a season of survival. This is a season of ascension. This is destiny. This is calling. This is spiritual elevation. Let me ask you, do you feel it stirring inside you? That inner confirmation? That subtle knowing that your life is about to change. If you feel it, that's your spirit acknowledging the truth. You are stepping into the phase of your life where everything changes. Chosen one, if you've made it here to the final part of this message, then hear me clearly. This wasn't just information. This was activation. This was alignment. This was a divine appointment meant specifically for you. Tonight's shift carries a frequency that only the awakened can feel, and the fact that your spirit was pulled to hear this word is proof that God has been preparing you for something extraordinary. This final part will explain exactly what heaven is declaring over your life, and we will end with a powerful prayer to seal everything that has been released into your spirit. So breathe, settle your heart, and lean in, because what you are about to hear will shift something inside you. Crescent Moon 1, you are entering the season of a no more backwards. The old version of you, the tired version of you, the wounded version of you, the version of you that kept doubting, shrinking, settling, dimming your light, that version can no longer exist. Tonight marks a spiritual separation, a boundary between who you've been and who you are now becoming. Every chain you've been carrying, every burden you've been dragging, every delay that tried to hold you hostage, it breaks here. It breaks now. It breaks tonight. It breaks tonight. Not by your strength, but by the timing of heaven. Let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like you were one step away from becoming the person you knew you were meant to be, but something always pulled you back? That tug of war ends here. This shift is closing every door that once led you backwards, Akirasa, you are entering a season where distractions lose their power, temptations lose their appeal, old cycles lose their grip, past fears lose their influence, toxic connections lose access, and spiritual attacks lose authority. This is your liberation phase. Fire 2, you are receiving a new spiritual identity. This part is deep and extremely important. For years, the enemy has tried to convince you that you were unworthy, unwanted, unseen, unsure of yourself, but heaven is rewriting your identity. You are no longer the overlooked one, the underestimated one, the silent one, the hidden one, the wounded one, the one they tried to break. You are stepping into the identity God always had for you, anointed, chosen, covered, protected, strengthened, set apart, spiritually armed. You are not the person your past made you. You are the person your spirit is becoming. Chosen one, can you feel this? Do you feel something inside you strengthening? Do you feel a shift from heaviness to clarity? Do you feel a rising energy within your spirit? Like you're remembering who you truly are. That is your identity waking up. This is the awakening of the warrior within you. Glowing star 3, God is restoring what you lost, but multiplied. This is where heaven begins to repay you. Not quietly, not slowly, Not slowly, not minimally, but abundantly. Every tear you cried in private, every betrayal you survived, every unfair attack you endured, every night you suffered in silence, every moment you wanted to quit but didn't. God saw it. God recorded it. God kept track of it. Now he is preparing to restore what was stolen. But here's the powerful part. When God restores, he doesn't give you back the same thing. He gives you better. He gives you greater. He gives you greater. He gives you multiplied. Expect restoration in areas like your confidence, your peace, your clarity, your financial stability, your spiritual strength, your relationships, your self-worth, your energy, your voice, your purpose. Let me ask you, have you been feeling like something new is coming, even if you can't explain it yet? That's restoration announcing itself. Blessings are not coming, they've already begun. High voltage 4. You are stepping into a heaven-led mission. The next chapter of your life is not random. You are being positioned for impact, spiritual impact. Some of you will guide others. Some of you will speak truth. Some of you will heal hearts. Some of you will carry prophetic messages. Some of you will break generational patterns. Some of you will lead by example without saying a word. Not everyone is called to preach. Not everyone is called to teach. But every chosen one is called to shift atmospheres. Your presence alone will change rooms. Your energy will expose darkness. Your intuition will detect spiritual danger. Your voice will carry weight. Your spirit will carry authority. And your light will disturb anything that is not aligned with God. Have you noticed it? People feel different around you, even if they can't explain why. Some are drawn to your spirit. Some feel uncomfortable. Some feel exposed. Some feel protected. Some feel inspired. That's because your mission has already begun. This shift is activating your next assignment. Crescent Moon 5. Tonight is not a deadline. It's a doorway. Many people misunderstand spiritual timings. Tonight is not a threat. It is an announcement. A spiritual gate is opened. A window of clarity, elevation, and divine communication. Your spirit felt it. Your intuition responded. That's why you were pulled to this message. From this moment on, things will begin aligning faster. You will see signs daily. You will sense divine nudges. You will feel guided steps. You will notice synchronicities. You will receive clarity on decisions. You will attract confirmation without even asking. This is the doorway of acceleration. Walk through it with awareness. Walk through it with intention. Walk through it with faith, even if the path is foggy. Because God is not asking you to understand the entire journey. He's asking you to trust the next step. Glowing star 6, the final confirmation. Alignment is happening right now, chosen one. Before we pray, I want you to understand something deeply. If this message reached you, it wasn't random. It was a divine appointment. Your spirit was meant to hear this. Your soul was meant to awaken. Your path was meant to shift. Your identity was meant to be reaffirmed. Your destiny was meant to be activated. Something inside you needed this word, whether you realized it or not. Let me ask you one final question. Do you feel lighter than when you started? Do you feel clarity replacing confusion? Do you feel your spirit rising, your eyes opening, your heart strengthening? That's alignment. Heaven is touching you right now. 7. The final prayer. The night before destiny, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Receive this prayer into your spirit. Father, in the name of divine protection and heavenly purpose, I lift up this chosen one listening right now. I speak clarity over their mind. I speak clarity over their mind. I speak strength into their spirit. I speak peace into their heart. I speak protection over their path. I speak restoration over their life. I speak elevation into their future. I speak purpose into their identity. I speak breakthrough over every area that has felt blocked. God, remove every spiritual weight that has limited them. Cut every tie that was trying to hold them back. Silence every voice that was meant to weaken them, and open every door that is aligned with their destiny. Tonight, activate their gifts, awaken their purpose, strengthen their intuition. Surround them with divine favor and lead them into the season you prepared for them. Let this night mark a turning point, a shift, a renewal, a spiritual awakening. May this chosen one rise with courage, walk with confidence, and move with divine authority. and let everything that was meant for them flow into their life with ease, clarity, and timing. Amen and amen. Chosen one, if this message touched your spirit, comment receive IT below so we can seal this together and stay connected here. Your journey is just beginning. There is more guidance, more awakening, and more divine confirmation coming. Stay aware, stay aligned, and never forget, you were chosen for a reason.